Now, by the next day or 2 days, it looked like 2 days the way that they did the time lapse day night thing. I don't know. But anyway, now it's time to choose the jurors. So, what you see on the screen is a picture of a note that Jack slid to Ozzy as they were sitting in there. And it is a little chart list where on one side it says good jurors, and on the other side it says other. And the list of good jurors reads empathetic women of faith and black men. And other is white men and Asian people with an uncompromising sense of justice. Very, very intriguing. Of course, they profile to choose jurors like in real life type shit. Like, yeah, you gotta look at the demographic. I believe would be the word for that. Is that the word? Demographic. But basically, so they go through the potential jurors, asking them about their interests, asking them if they watch TV, how much TV they watch, what kind, what's the genres, and all of that. How many of them have lost people to crimes? How many of them have been witness to crimes or experienced crimes or anything of that nature? How many of them can relate to the case or whatever? How many of them know of Ozzy? What do they know of him? Do they like him? Do they not? Are they a fan? All that shit. So we can what we can infer from this list is also that Chad, who is on the child, I was gonna say on the plaintiff side. He the one that want to get Isaac locked up. I forgot what they. I forgot which. I forgot what, because like Jax is the defense lawyer and he is the other one. I think of the name of it, but it's okay. But yeah, I just got a taste for some bugle chips. That's beside the point. But so yeah, child, I would think that Chad is looking for white men and Asian people with an uncompromising sense of faith. I mean, sense of justice, as well as people who, like, I don't think he would go for the overzealous like fans and people who like watch a whole lot of TV type shit because that would just be too on the nose. But he definitely looking for some people that that uncompromising sense of justice phrase won't stop nagging me. um and so like, yeah, that's what he's looking for. People who are judgmental, you know, and that judgmentalness would contribute to them having an uncompromising sense of justice. I find it very interesting that they listed specifically Asian people with an uncompromising sense of justice. So it's like given that phrase is associated with some stereotype of Asians, which in a way, like, I can see why and how like they would get there, because the mythologies and the spiritualities and such that they follow, and how it's like poured into like a lot of mostly everything that they do in life type shit, honor and a lot of things surrounding core values and karma, which all contribute to, justice. So that that is very interesting to me. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about the phrase and the concept of having an uncompromising sense of justice, as well as like them associating that with Asian people specifically. Because on one hand, an uncompromising sense of justice is a good thing. However, I feel like a lot of people have an imbalanced sense of justice, and they call it an uncompromising sense of justice. Um, in simple terms, a lot of people just want an opportunity to punish somebody, or just see somebody get punished, like just because they feel deprived of that or something. But yeah, so there's this browbeating type energy, it seems, that Ozzy is up against, right? Because even though like that phrase is associated with the Asian people on his list, white men who are racist and or have implicit bias and shit, anti-blackness and whatnot, they have uncompromising sense of justice. If you know, I'm gonna be straight up, they have an imbalanced, they have an excessive sense of punishment towards black men. So it's definitely feeding into that thing. Chad is going with the angle of feeding into the people who want to see Ozzy suffer, who want to see him fall off of his pedestal, who want to see this spoiled, rich brat or whatever finally be humbled. Like that's what that's given. It took us a while, but we pulled in the driveway and we parked the car, okay? But I just found that interesting. That phrase really stood out to me, and honestly, on a personal level, I'm not done unpacking that. But for now, we're gonna move on because, like I said, they're doing a jury selection, and it's not really much to say there. But I did want to point out this list because it speaks a billion words. It speaks a billion words in several different ways. The way Chad is playing it also, it calls back to what I brought up about him in a previous review, as it concerns his interaction with Bill and how both of them were like having some fair skinned dick swinging contest or something, trying to see who could out they call male Karens Tots. And so it's like they were like, in simple terms, it's like they were trying to like out Todd each other, like. And I say that to say that, like I said, the angle that he's taking is such, and how much like it's a nasty investment he has in such the angle, and it lets me know he most certainly has a color complexity issue. He certainly is likely colorist, and also has insecurities about like his value, the fact that he's light skinned. And it's like he's jaded. And so it's kind of like he is one of those light skinned people that feel like the white people are mean to me and the black people are mean to me. So I'm just gonna destroy the world. That's what it gives. Like anybody that don't look like him type shit, he ain't got shit for him but a bat with some barbed wire wrapped around it. That's what it gives. He's a bigot. And it goes all the way around. Like his bigotry is rated E for everybody. But shit, dog, as we proceed to give you R&B motherfuckers what you need, we pick up a Jax with her friends later on that night, linking up to have some drink and some food. And they doing a toast to everything, okay, with they shorts, all right, it's up and stuck. And in the midst, we get announcement from um um the lesbian therapist friend. She is a pregnant again, honey. So somebody got to take her shot for her. And it's a big old congrats, because y'all know, I believe she had gotten pregnant last season and she had a miscarriage or something of the sort. Something had went wrong and it didn't go through. And it was so sad, child. Just so sad. But yeah, child, it's a happy day, okay? Would this be the rainbow baby or the golden baby? Which baby is it? Is it rainbow or is it golden? Or is it unicorn pattern and we throw some glitter on it? Whichever. We are here for it. We are queer for it. We are whatever is needed to be for it. Yes, God. Nah, with them pleasantries being, all like this here, then we got to get into the nitty gritty of Jax's business. Shout out to shout out to Alexander Rogers, Jax's business, and how her kids done found out about Lewis's business. And we're able to get some real transparency about how she's feeling, about how the kids is feeling. And most of her feelings are strong as it concerns Naima's feelings and Naima's response to what she said. So I have maybe an unpopular opinion on Jax's expression, because I read some things between the lines of what she was saying. So I feel like it's totally valid, reasonable, and also inevitable that, like, she hurt herself by hurting her kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you love your kids at all, you feel like that. You love anyone, it hurts you to hurt them, you know? And I do believe Jax has love for her kids. And in certain times and places, she loves them. I don't think her love is unconditional for Naima. And I'm wording this like this specifically because love is both a sensation and an action. And when you're in relationships with people, you base your reality of the relationship and its worth and its stability by the sensations being materialized through the action, the consistency and the alignment of that, right? And so unconditional love is when the alignment of that is unconditionally consistent. And conditional love is when you have ramifications and conditions and things of that nature. There are, whether you voice them or not, you actively show that it's only times and places where your sensations are in alignment with your actions. And that, while you may not intend to be, and you may not at spirit feel like it, but it makes you a fake ass bitch. It makes you fake and untrustworthy. And I feel like Jax is less hurt that she hurt Naima and more hurt that Naima knows how Jax is so hurtful. It's less to do with, oh, I did this, I have remorse. And more with, I have remorse that I got caught. I have remorse now that you know what I did. Because now this ruins, in Jax's mind, and potentially in reality in certain cases, this ruins Jax's image She's very much so concerned with how things look more than what they actually are. And I feel like Naima has already, for the most part, known that Jax is not perfect, that Jax is hurtful because she is often hurtful to Naima. She is habitually hurtful to Naima. And not ever do it hurt her to be hurtful to Naima for real. So it's giving more so, it comes off like some is this energy that shows up in a lot of mother daughter dynamics for whatever reason. I guess it's some pitfall of the patriarchy type shit. But it's this thing where a lot of mothers have this subconscious competition with their daughters, like in their mind. Like sometimes it's leading the course, and sometimes it's subconscious. And I think some mothers don't realize that they're doing it, but they're doing it. They're subconsciously and or mindfully in certain cases competing with their daughters. And a part of why they won't be vulnerable with their daughters, they won't tell their daughters the truth, they won't hug them, they won't tell them they love them, they call them little bitches and act like they're burdens, is because they're competing with them. They're jealous of them. And if it hasn't gotten to the jealousy yet, they're afraid of being jealous of them. They're afraid of their daughters being better than them in some type of way. So they want to make sure that their daughters always feel good, but make sure that they don't get to feeling too good that they could be better than the mama. And I feel like that's showing up in Jackson. I feel like it's being communicated in what she was communicating about her feelings to her friends. Because even when they were talking about it in the moment, Jax was still performing. It wasn't until Naima it wasn't really until Naima was like, why does it seem like y'all are never satisfied with this family? Because that question hit the core. That question hit the core issue of what's afoot. Because it's one thing for Naima to discover the onesie and about Jaden, but it's another thing for her to be totally clearly insightful on, y'all are ungrateful and you're never satisfied. The root issue. But yeah, that's my spiel on that. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. And so, as they wrap up on that convo, Chanel and what is her name? Because I don't want to keep calling her the lesbian friend child, but I cannot. Is it Kim? Pam? Right now, it's whatever her name is. Right now, she's Kimberly Pamela. I just gave her a name, okay? So if you know her name, put it in the comments. I'm sorry. But they go to the bathroom. And in the meantime, in between time, Jax is trying to get the tea up off Sally to see what's going on in her meantime in between time. And Sally let her know that her husband is all up in her meantime in between time. Yes, as they are going through their complications and things, they've been banging it out. And she is salivating over it and all of that. She's talking about how big his dick is. I'm like, girl, you just now realizing it's big? Or did it grow? Or had it just been a while? Sorry, not sorry. Sally is very thirsty to me. Like, she radiates very desperate energy. And it ain't named her Sally. Like, they named her Sally very intentionally. And I am so... Because I noticed, like, she got a new haircut. Okay. And she's a bit more prominent this season already. And so I know they finna take us somewhere with her. And honey, I feel like she finna have some type of. I feel like something tragic finna happen with Sally, bruh. Cause Sally is acting like what Wendy has turned out to be from Potomac type shit, where it's giving lame girl that's, always had popular friends type shit, and she can't figure out how to like fit in with them, even though like they already cool with you. Like you don't have to do the most to kick it. They already kicking with you. You know what I'm saying? But the way that she feels about herself, try hard. That's the word. Try hard. A damn try hard. You already got it. Why you trying so damn hard? Chill. You don't get the role and then keep acting like you still auditioning, goddamn. Assume the position. But see, their exchange ends up revealing another aspect of this frequency of jealousy that I was just talking about. So, as she is salivating over fucking around with her husband again, Jax cautions her and is like, hey, just, kind of make sure, you don't get all in your feelings or be moving too fast. Like, I'm here for some good makeup sex, child, but just be careful. And Sally gets pissed off, calls her a hating ass bitch. Always been a hating ass bitch. You been whacked since Lil' Kim first came out and your ass is still whack, bitch. Like, damn. And Jax genuinely, like, I really feel like Jax was not trying to shit on her. Like, Jax was genuinely coming from a loving and friend place type shit. Genuinely believe that. But Jax claps back and is like, okay, bitch, and you been a hoe since high school, the fuck? So they having this nasty, real nasty, under the breath type of ping-ponging of the lingo going on. And the girls come back like, what y'all talking about? But they talking about, they try to throw it off and it's like, oh, just who's gonna be the godmama to the baby and da-da-da-da. But I sense that frequency of jealousy amongst that conversation, because think about what I just described about Sally and certain people like her. Again, that low-key, secret frequency of competition also. You attract what you entertain. And so that's so crazy, because that thought, that my thoughts and opinions on Jax's explanation about her feelings, about her daughter's feelings and such, that came to me as I'm recording. I watched that episode a bunch of times and I didn't have that materialized thought like talking about until I was like speaking on it in the moment just then. So that's crazy as hell, because I'm having this revelation kind of in the moment as well, where it's like that correlation of Jax having some sort of subconscious or like deep down like jealous spirit or something, and it's showing up in different people. It's showing up in weird ways in different people around her. And I think it comes from her mama also. I think her mama also has a jealousy towards her and like a secret competition type shit. That cycle steady repeating itself. Tisk. And I want to clarify too on like other ways that I see Jax's like frequency of jealousy show up, because y'all might be like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, I can see what you're talking about with the kid. What you talking about with the other shit? It's the way she's so competitive. She's overly competitive. And when you're excessively competitive, that means you're excessively comparing yourself to other people. So you can start off functioning like that and you may not, you know what I'm saying, you may not actively be jealous or in tune with the jealous frequency. But if somebody fucks around and surpasses you, or you think somebody might be finna surpass you, or you think somebody might have something better than you, then that shit might then come out. And I see that specifically between her and Lewis. Remember in some previous reviews what I said about her being male identified, and specifically male identified in the way that she feels, in simple terms, she feels like the man in a lot of her relationships. And so therefore, it, to some degree, she felt like, okay, I'm the breadwinner, I'm the big dog, I'm the boss, I wear the pants, I'm the big pussy and the big dick. I can cheat on this nigga. I can fuck him on, I can fuck another nigga on our couch while he watching, and what he gonna say? And he better come save me when my other side nigga try to kill me. Like what? Okay, who gon' check me, boo? Like, and see, also that type of person will keep themselves around people who are either like who don't have anything in common with them, like talking about. Cause Jax doesn't have much in common with any of her friends, for real. Like really think about it. She doesn't have a whole lot of things in common with her friends. That doesn't mean that they can't be friends, but I'm just pointing out she doesn't have a whole lot of things in common with them. And I feel like a part of that reason is because if they were too much like her, she wouldn't be able to handle them. Like she wouldn't like them because she don't like herself. Tis. And I also feel like her her fucking around on Lewis and such, like she was doing, and like certain other things that she does that's kind of like jabby at Lewis, or like at Lewis's expense. I feel like it's also coming from a place of jealousy, because people can be jealous of your heart. People can be jealous of the type of heart you have. They can be jealous of the aura that you radiate. It doesn't always have to be about you having something specific that is material, you know? Shit, if Lewis comes from a better family dynamic, or if she perceives his family dynamic to be better than hers, that's something also that, you know, she could have jealousy about. And like I said, some people know they have a tendency to operate in jealousy and envy and all of that, all that excessive competitiveness and shit. And so they will intentionally place themselves around people who they won't feel tempted to compete with and knock down and all of that shit. They'll place themselves around people who, like I said, they either feel like are just not in their lane, not in their league or whatever, or place themselves around people who they literally feel like are beneath them in some way. Or they'll place themselves around people who they feel are disarmed. Because, like, she could feel like Lewis is disarmed. She could literally take his kindness for a weakness. So, yeah, I just wanted to clarify and point that out as well. As well, child. So, yeah, the girls come back and they get their act together. Child. I don't do a whole lot of click shit one way or another type shit. You know, I've had my friend girl groups and cliques and all that. And it taught me that friend girl groups tend to work the best when it's just three. When you start getting in 4 and 5 and all of that, it's just I don't know. If he having too many like extracurricular activities going on in the cricks and crannies of things, you have your, you know, your sub cliques within the clique, and then it be secret conversations and all of that, like messy. That's what it be, messy. But something tells me that Sally may have always felt like a fourth wheel, because it seemed like Jax and Sally may only be friends, like talking about, because Sally and Chanel are cousins. I think Jax and Chanel are like, yeah, Jax and Chanel are the best friends. They are the twin towers of the friendship. And oh, trigger warning, because I know that can. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking about that, but yeah, they're like the twin towers of the friendship, and then the lesbian friend and Sally are like, you know, I don't want to say like plus ones in a way, but even more Sally. I feel like the clique was Jax, Kimberly Pam, and Chanel, and then uh Sally is the plus one. And that's why she be acting like that outside of her own personal demons and all of that shit. Cause she sure is thirsty, honey. Thirsty, hungry, try hard, just whoosh, how somebody pour into her. She need to pour into herself. I like her new haircut though. But yeah, I think 3 is best. Cause think about it. Destiny's Child started off with 4 members. And when Latavia and Latoya dropped off, they tried to do the adding 2 thing, to keep it 4, but it just would not stick. So we end up just becoming 3. And look at how them girls is still like this here. It seemed like they ain't have to do all that fall off and try to clean it up. Like, what had happened was with Latoya and Latavia. And granted, they were young as hell when they started out. I mean, like, shit. Seem like Jackson and them, they go back to childhood or at least college years or something of the sort. Well, I know Jackson and Sally and Chanel, they go back to high school. So yeah. Shit like that. But like I said, I'll let 2 say, seems like it worked best when the main clique is 3 and everybody else is associates, okay? But so yeah, that wraps up on that scene. And we pick back up with Jackson Lewis back at the ranch at the house. And Lewis got to let her know that he caught Sam, that's the money. He done caught him up in a lie. He lied about what he knew. Then he got some damn woe is me excuses, and I'll list that in the 3rd, okay? The most. And I'm trying to help this boy. And Jax is having to kind of give him some advice like, listen, and you're trying to give him an opportunity, all this good shit, but please explain to me why you up at 10 p.m. and he ain't. Ain't he the one that gotta, catch up on the shit? Okay? He's the one who has to do the climbing. Because if you want to pull him up, then both of y'all will fall if you the only one doing all the work. So, that's good advice. That's good advice, okay? +5 for Jax. We get a cute little Amazon plug. Cause she was like, they on their last roll of toilet tissue, so she gonna have to do an Amazon subscribe and save. I see you. So she goes on talking about the daddy and the kids and how it may be good to go ahead and introduce them to her daddy and just go ahead and let all the other truths come out and such. Lewis is skeptical. He like, I hear you, but check it. When he is the man that you feel like he should be, then we'll talk about that. But until then, I think it's best that we stay this way. I personally have mixed feelings about that. Because definitely take your time. What's the rush? Because he is a dog. Purebred. Ain't no mud about it. Also, though, I feel like, shit, Band-Aid been ripped off. Just go ahead. Because they, well, I would say before introducing him, Jax should have a detailed conversation with them, telling them her experience of her daddy. And like, she don't have to get too explicit in like the deep dark details, but she can just explain to them, she dealt with having a very, very like roller coaster type of dynamic with her father due to him having a drug addiction. So, shit sketchy. But they do need to know that, because especially them getting older, stuff starts going on. They start having certain cravings of things in different ways, because being addicted doesn't just mean you go towards drugs or alcohol or anything like that. You can also see relationships as a drug. You can see certain habits, other habits and activities and such as a drug. Sometimes being chronically alone can hit like a drug as well. So people can be addicted to anything. That's why you need to understand that anything in excess is not a good thing. Moderation is key, because when you get habitually excessive, we're dealing with an addictive frequency. Or in other cases, could be a deprived frequency, because it's like a thin line between hoarding and being addicted to something. They can have the same root causes, and they are very similar but different, So yeah, like I said, I feel like they should just have another detailed conversation with them first and test the waters there. Let them take that information in. And also, that could also help them better understand and potentially have empathy and compassion for them. Like, not negate, the wrong that they did. Talking about Jackson Lewis. Not negate the wrong that they did and, how they hurt the kids and, how everything played out. But being vulnerable with your kids, like a lot of parents be like, oh, these kids just ungrateful, they entitled, they don't have no sympathy or empathy for me. You don't even tell your kids you're sorry. You're that fucking prideful and afraid of being vulnerable that you don't even tell your kids you're sorry when you're wrong. You don't cry in front of them. You don't let them see that. You don't let them experience your vulnerability for real, for them to experience empathy. On top of the fact that you're not empathetic with them. Jax is not empathetic with Naima specifically. So I feel like Naima was definitely on the money when, like, she didn't use the term grateful, of course, or ungrateful, but what she communicated was them having a poor relationship with gratitude. And a lot of parents don't realize that it's important and necessary to be grateful for your kids too. And there are active ways that you show that, such as being vulnerable with them. And I feel like a lot of parents make life harder on themselves. Like, a lot of people do not realize how effortlessly healing children are. Like, you pour into a kid, they will reciprocate it back to you. They're going to mirror what you're pouring back. They're going to mirror back to you what you're pouring into them, because they are also feminine energy. Much like what you pour into a woman, they mirror it back. What's poured into a woman, we mirror it back to the world. So I feel like a lot of parents be even more stressed out and depressed and all of that because they don't let themselves be vulnerable with their kid. Like, you don't have to tell your kid your whole life story or trauma dump on them. Again, moderation is key. But when you don't have any moments of vulnerability with them, y'all are not getting an exchange. Y'all are not getting an exchange of revitalization. And so eventually you start to develop these feelings like, I'm just always pouring into them, in which that's what you're supposed to do as a parent. But you would get the revitalization that you need and desire by being vulnerable with them and allowing them to reciprocate back that nurturing energy. I hope I explained that well. Because even in relationships, a lot of people don't realize how they're doing it to themselves simply because they're not truly allowing themselves to be vulnerable with the people that they're in relationships with. It's bringing up that song. I forgot the girl that sings it. And this is like no tea, no shade to her. But the lyrics specifically are like, I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? And so, like, specifically in what I'm speaking to and how those lyrics apply, it's like, did you make some noise? Did you tell somebody something was wrong? Like, speak up. Folks can't read your mind all the damn time. And granted, kids are brilliant. They have their own personalities and they're creative. And yeah, they can have a whole lot of abilities and things naturally. However, when you have kids, you're the adult, you're the leader. You can't just expect them to one day get up and go in the kitchen and start washing dishes if you did not instill in them a necessariness or a value in them, let alone a habit of going and washing dishes when dishes need to be washed. So you can't expect them to come and check on you. Mama, you okay? Mom, is everything good? If you have not ever displayed any type of vulnerability. If all you show them is, I'm a strong black man. And also, because Pete, right? Naima goes to see them to bed every night. Mostly it's Lewis because he would be the main one that would be home. But Naima goes and sees them to bed. And Jax dismisses the fuck out of her. Naima be checking on her. Naima be trying to be empathetic and compassionate and things to her. And it don't seem like it ever required Jax to be woe is me or boo-hoo and tears and all of that shit. Okay? You see what I'm saying? And so, and it's like, yeah, it's certain things that, you know, kids don't have to be privy to because it's like, it's none of your concern. But also, certain shit can really be as simple as, hey, just don't worry about it. Yes, this is going on, but don't worry yourself about it. And just keep reaffirming and confirming that. No, you shouldn't be having your kids go out and like get jobs to pay your bills type shit. Like, however, you embracing them showing you natural compassion and empathy can and does go a long way. And this conversation with Jackson Lewis, I feel like Jax is fawning. I mean that I feel like her intent is a bit corrupted. I have reasonable doubt about her intent for wanting to introduce them to the daddy now. I also feel like this is it makes sense that Jax would be kind of going back and forth and like this because she has been through a lot and she is going through a lot all at once as well. Um, it's just showing it's showing how she used her kids a little bit. And so it's like she I could be wrong, but it's kind of like she wants to deflect the attention. It's not all about just getting all the rest of the truths out there. It's about her deflecting the attention and also kind of being like, well, look who made me this way. you know? And so, double-edged sword, right? Because, like I said, she should have that conversation and, you know, create that clarity of, hey, this is why I am the way I am. But you can't keep using it as an excuse. Learn how to explain without using it as an excuse. And so, yeah, in a nutshell, that's my thoughts on that. I feel like Lewis has some self-serving energy in his response also, because I feel like he just don't like her daddy, and not like he just don't like him because he got a lot of reasons not to like him, but I feel like he's being biased. He's not so much thinking about, like, protecting the kids, and which I do believe he's thinking about protecting the kids. I'm just saying I don't think it's all about that. He's leading with that, but that's not the underbelly of the reasoning. The reasoning is he don't like that nigga. Keep him away from him. Get somebody else to do it. And it might even be another frequency of competition there. You know how males tend to be, okay? It might feel some competition there. That could be on both sides. Interesting. But yeah, I feel like both of them are struggling with different forms of vulnerability. I feel like Lewis is a bit vulnerable to a fault. And like I said, he need about 30% of his ego brought back into the room with us. And Jax is invulnerable to a fault. And she obsessed over image, just like a Virgo, bruh. Virgo AF, obsessing over image so bad. My gosh, today. Girl, deal with your emotions. Just like a Virgo. Deal with them emotions. They're a part of you. Okay? And they help you. Listen. If you a Virgo and or you operate in that unevolved Virgo energy of rejecting the fuck out of your emotions, honey, I can be, bro, as a person who has struggled with anger issues, as a person who's also a cry baby, unapologetically, I promise you, you can have your emotions, honor them, embrace them, and all of that shit. And it's going to be okay. It's going to be even better if you allow yourself to deal with them and process them. I promise. Bro, please be your own best friend by allowing yourself to have a relationship with your emotions, bruh. Have a relationship with your emotions, not just the comfortable ones, bruh. Have a relationship with your emotions. Stop harming yourself, because you harming yourself. You're not protecting yourself. That's delusion. If you think you protecting yourself by rejecting your emotions, you are delusional. You functioning in delusion. You are harming yourself. You're killing yourself slowly. Stop it. And you harming the people around you also. Whether you can see the ramifications of it just yet, or they saying anything just yet or not, if you are functioning like that, you're also harming the people around you. They see it. If we can see it. Don't nothing look more stupid and foolish than somebody steady trying to act like something is not going on and everybody see it. Stop it. Love yourself. Have a relationship with your emotions and love yourself enough to learn how to process them, regulate them, and also, if and when necessary, release them. Okay? Divinely direct them. Okay? Okay. I love us for real.